Jackie Chan only accidentally slipped his hand and pulled the pin of the grenade, but it made the enemies think the two of them were going to take everyone down with them. Scared out of their wits, they turned around and bolted for the door. Little did they know, the pair was just putting on an act. Then, they slid the pin back into the grenade. Just when they thought they were in the clear, the enemies took the chance to set up machine guns outside. The two had just ducked back into the warehouse. The next second, a hail of bullets came flying at them. They were pinned down and dared not show their heads. Watching the warehouse start to crumble under the relentless gunfire, they knew they'd be dead meat if they stayed put, so they got ready to fight to the death, only to find that their guns were out of ammo. As his partner broke out in a cold sweat, Jackie Chan suddenly noticed the grenade at his feet. He quickly bent down to pick it up. Then he hurled it hard at his teammate, watching the enemies close in on them from all sides. Jackie Chan quickly bent down and grabbed the grenade. He then pulled the pin and tossed it to John by the window. John fumbled to hurl it away in a panic. That was how they narrowly avoided being blown to smithereens. After that, the two kept throwing grenades one after another. Soon enough, all went quiet outside. But how exactly did all of this come to pass? It all started half a month ago. A chemical plant in the Middle East was attacked by terrorists. Hundreds of employees were taken hostage. To rescue them as soon as possible, Jackie Chan was invited to join the rescue mission. His plan was to use an armored bus to escort the employees to a safe zone. However, shortly after the bus left the plant premises, Jackie Chan sensed that something was off. It looked like the area had just been bombed not long before. Thinking the terrorists might be lurking nearby, Jackie Chan immediately ordered the team to speed through the zone. Little did he know, every move of the convoy was under close surveillance. Sure enough, as they reached the center of the area, the landmines hidden all around exploded in an instant. Fortunately, after a chaotic scramble, the convoy finally made it through unscathed. But before anyone could catch their breath, they were suddenly hit by a massive sandstorm sweeping toward them. In this moment of crisis, Jackie Chan shouted for everyone to shut all the windows and doors tight. The next second, violent winds carrying gravel and debris swept over them. Visibility dropped to zero in the blink of an eye. Jackie Chan tried to contact his teammates via radio, only to find that the signal had already been jammed. And to make matters worse, mercenaries were closing in on them fast, taking advantage of the chaos. Before anyone could react, a metal claw came flying out of nowhere and clamped tightly onto the roof of the bus. A sharp metal claw sliced through the sandstorm. It clamped down hard on the roof of the bus. Before anyone inside could make sense of what was going on, several mercenaries smashed through the windows and stormed in. The escorts on board tried to fight back, but they were quickly pinned down by the intruders. Meanwhile, Jackie Chan was completely in the dark. The sandstorm had knocked out his radio signal. He had no clue the rear of the convoy was under attack. Once the mercenaries seized control of the bus, they quietly veered the vehicle off course. When Jackie and his team finally fought their way through the sandstorm, a head count of the convoy revealed a missing bus. He grabbed the radio, but static was all he got. A sinking feeling crept over him. Without hesitation, he called in helicopters to sweep the area, and sure enough, the search didn't take long. The bus was in John's hands. Jackie didn't hesitate. He ordered a rocket strike. The missile hit one of the enemy vehicles, blowing it to smithereens. That's how they got the abducted employees out safe and sound. But John, the ringleader, slipped away in the chaos. Jackie chased him to an abandoned warehouse. The two squared off the second they laid eyes on each other. A brutal hand-to-hand fight erupted. For a while, neither could gain the upper hand. Just as the brawl reached its peak, a horde of mercenaries showed up. That's when the grenade scuffle you saw earlier went down. In that moment, John finally woke up to the truth. He was nothing but an expendable pawn to his boss. So he buried the hatchet with Jackie. The two decided to team up to hunt down the mastermind behind the chemical plant attack. After their teams linked up, they headed to a nearby town to lay low for a bit. But the mercenaries were like a bad smell. They just wouldn't go away. They snuck into the town under the cover of night. Bella sprang into action, herding the kids to safety. Jackie and John, meanwhile, lurked in the shadows. They used their lightning-fast reflexes to pick off the mercenaries one by one, but the enemy had them outnumbered badly. Taking them all down fast was impossible. So John grabbed his sniper rifle and snuck up to a high vantage point. He planned to use the terrain to pick off targets from above, but a sharp-eyed mercenary spotted him. They hauled out a rocket launcher and fired. John was sent tumbling off the platform. Against all odds, though, he survived by the skin of his teeth. After that, Jackie and his team rallied together. They took out every last mercenary that had invaded the town. The mastermind, Nick, didn't stand a chance either. Jackie and John tracked him to his hiding spot. A final, ferocious fight broke out. In the end, Nick met his demise at the hands of the two. Hundreds of employees were safely transported to a secure location. And just like that, peace returned. People went back to living their quiet, stable lives.